Hello, this is Mr. Ho, and today we are going to begin Chapter 18, the endocrine system. The endocrine system is responsible for creating hormones, which are chemical messengers that relay information and instructions between your cells that perform individual jobs, such as growth, development, and reproduction. So let me talk about this. You talk about the skeletal system, the muscular system. They help you grow strong bones and get large muscles. But the endocrine system is a hormone that allows bones to actually grow, allows muscles to mature and develop. With that, at number one, when you talk about endocrinal growth, that means hormones from the brain has the ability to produce strength and development in bones and muscles. Number two, development, we're talking about overall growth of all the organ systems, from the skin all the way to the reproductive system, which is number three. And it's very important in terms of reproduction because you have two genders. You have males and females. There's no in-betweens unless hermaphrodites still exists, right? So the reproductive system is very reliant upon the endocrine system because it is what allows you to create estrogen and testosterone for both the female and the male alike. The human body produces a lot of chemicals called hormones. Hormones are secreted by the organs of the endocrine system. These hormones play a vital role in the growth and the development of your body, regulating the mood, proper functioning of the organs, reproductive processes, and your metabolism. The endocrine system organs all release hormones directly into the bloodstream. So let's go back here. They play a vital role in growth and development of the body, like I said in the previous slide. Now let's talk about the middle of this paragraph, regulating your mood. Have you ever had a day where you were somewhat told you were emotional or bipolar or it was one of the time of the month? Well, when you are regulating your mood, all the hormones, especially in the developing teenager, at your stage, pre-puberty or adolescent stage, hormones develop your emotion as well. And it's hard to control some of the emotions because hormones are going pretty much everywhere in your body. Proper functioning of the organs, this is very important. All the major organs of different interconnected systems work together so that they may produce certain functions. The bones and the skeletons of the muscular system, they work together for you to have motion. When muscles contract on bones, they allow you to move. But bones and muscles will not exist without proper hormonal distribution. The reproductive process we just said is going to help determine what sexes allow certain growth of organs, such as in females, the uterus, the development of the ovaries, and the male, same with the testes. And metabolism. You cannot have metabolism without a proper endocrine system. As young as you are today, teenagers are very energetic and they can just about eat anything they want and they don't gain weight. However, at my age, when you get over 30, 40 years old, your metabolism has completely slowed down. It is not like it once was as a teenager. You can't eat anything and everything and not expect to gain tremendous weight. The average human being will gain 10 pounds to the body after they reach 40. The endocrine system does help release hormones and because so, it helps to stabilize the homeostatic relationship of the body. What are some important hormones of the endocrine system? Well, let's talk about 5. These 5 include number 1, the GH or growth hormones. Number 2, thyroid hormones. 3, insulin. 4, calcitrol. And 5, reproductive hormones. To go over this briefly, number 1, growth hormones are what allows your body to grow muscles and bones. Number 2, thyroid hormones are located in the upper axial system, which allows to assist the major growth hormones and organs. Insulin is produced by the pancreas, which helps us to maintain our blood sugar levels. If not, you can have certain diseases called diabetes. Calcitrol is a hormone that's specifically found in the bone developing process, hence the prefix cal for calcium in bones. Number 5, reproductive organs produce reproductive hormones, such as we've said testosterone, estrogen. and so forth. Now, growth hormones in children supports muscular and skeletal development, which is very important because kids, their bones are not fully formed until they reach pre-puberty, 12, 13 years of age. In the adult, growth hormones maintain normal blood glucose concentrations. It mobilizes your lipid reserves. What does that mean? It means when you are an adult, growth hormones are very important for stabilizing your blood sugar. Hopefully that no one develops diabetes. Thyroid hormones, if they are absent during fetal development or for the first year, the nervous system fails to develop normally and mental retardation results. At this point in our lives, we don't use those two words. What we do is call intellectually challenged results. If concentrations decline before puberty, the normal skeletal development will not continue. So what does this all mean? If thyroid hormones are not produced in your body at a normal rate, children will develop diseases that will affect the skeletal system. So it could be anything from rickets to Marfan syndrome. What does insulin actually do? Well, it allows the passage of glucose and the amino acids across the plasma membrane. What does that mean in English? Insulin is the chief regulator of blood and sugar concentrations in the human body. You must have an equal amount on both sides in order for you to maintain homeostasis. Too much sugar will lead to diabetes, as we all know. What does calcitriol do? This hormone promotes the absorption of calcium salts for deposition in bones, which leads to bone growth. However, an inadequate level will cause weak and flexible bones. Know this, when people get old, especially women, older women, like grandmother age, 65 and over, they will develop what's called osteoporosis. That is a disease of the bones when they get really weak and flexible and they can break easily. And that's caused by many things, and calcitriol deficiency is one of them. Reproductive hormones, such as androgen in males and estrogen in females. Wait, back up. Did he just say androgen? What about testosterone? Well, guess what? Androgen is a precursor which helps to deliver and create testosterone in males. What do they do exactly? Well, reproductive hormones stimulate the cell growth and differentiation in targeting tissues. They produce gender-related differences in the skeletal proportions and secondary sex characteristics. This is where you want to listen. So, reproductive hormones in the male, such as testosterone, helps to create that edge over females in which bones are bigger. Hence, at some point, you will notice that when females are younger in elementary to middle school age, most of them are taller than boys. But when you reach high school age to adulthood, males, on the most part, are taller than girls. So this is a growth spurt in after puberty, where males have reproductive hormones develop their bones. Secondary sex characteristics are very important. This is vital to preparing the actual development of a male and a female body. Now, if you ask a kindergartner or elementary school kids, they all know that males have a penis and females have a vagina. However, there are cases where some children do not get enough reproductive hormones and they actually have a stunted growth, and some of them do not develop a fully formed genital. Next, we talk about peptides. Peptides regulate sleep and blood sugar concentration. Please highlight that. They are made from long strings of amino acids, which we all know creates also proteins. So sometimes they are referred to as the protein hormones. Human growth hormone, for example, helps the body burn fat and build muscles, which is really great. However, it is abused sometimes in the world of sports. Another peptide hormone, called insulin, starts the process to convert sugar into cellular energy. So, in order for insulin to maintain homeostasis of your body's blood sugar, you need peptide hormones to create the correct form of insulin. This is a great picture right here. If you could, I want you to please pause the video right now, and I want you to look at all the major endocrine organs of this human body. Pause right now. Okay, welcome back. After you just spent a few minutes looking at the various endocrine organs, we can do a quick survey. From the top left, the hypothalamus is located deep inside the brain. It's actually a little higher above, superior to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is the smallest part of the endocrine system in the brain. However, it is the most important one. I call it the pit master. Beneath there, you will see the thyroid gland, and the easiest way to remember where it is, throat, thyroid, throat, thyroid. The thymus is located right between your lungs, and it's really behind your sternum, especially the manubrium, if you remember the bone. Suprarenal glands are located above both your kidneys. Looking to the right side of the chart, we see the pineal gland, which is also located in the brain. We have the parathyroid glands, which are located on the sides of the thyroid gland. Believe it or not, your heart does give away certain hormonal chemicals to aid the endocrine system. The kidney is serving to hoist up the suprarenal glands. Adipose tissue, known as fat, does play a role in circulating hormones. The digestive tract, or your stomach in this case, has many hormones. Without hormones and bacteria inside your stomach, you will not be able to digest food or aid the immune system. The pancreatic islets are basically a part of the pancreas, which we will talk about. And last but not least, the other major types of endocrine organs include your gonads. Males have testes, where females have the ovaries. Now, let's get more detail. There are truly 7 major organs of the entire endocrine system. The pituitary gland is the main organ of the endocrine system. It is basically known as the pit master or the master gland. This gland is located on the lower side of the brain. It's actually the size of a pea. It's pretty small. It controls the menstrual cycle in women, for example. And that determines itself in certain females. Some get it earlier during the monthly stage, some get it later. It secretes endorphins. Endorphins help to control pain. They're actually great. If you ever hear of morphine, it's a drug that stops pain when people are in great injured states, like if they got their legs cut off or someone got stabbed with a knife or someone's having serious problems with the body's pain. Endorphins are natural, I call it natural aspirins in your brain. It controls that pain. The pituitary gland actually is made up of 2 parts. There's an anterior lobe and a posterior lobe. It also produces certain hormones such as the growth hormone, which aids in the proper growth and development of your body's tissues. Prolactin, a hormone that triggers milk production in lactating mothers. Highlight those 2. When you hear the word lactin or lactate, it's always got something to do with milk.